You are welcome back to this channel, and on today's episode, Prophet Sarkodie, in a message he preached in his church, told his congregation how the Lord preserved his life when he was in Dubai. And in this sermon, he spoke about voices that you should listen to and voices that you should avoid totally. Let's watch this video.
I was in Dubai. The Lord said, leave this place. So 3 days I left and I went to an island. The moment I left, my plane landed, mist started flowing. Now listen to me. The hotel I was in, Burj Khalifa, when I left, it was evacuated. So I left the place. The next 7 hours, they were evacuating everybody. I am telling you something. I'm sitting here with my wife and my son. When I stand in front of you, you say, I don't know the voice of God. You said, I don't know the voice of God. I moved from there. I fly to 4 hours in an island. And when I was in the island, very secure place, I saw the bombs were flying. The hotel I was just sleeping in, less than 12 hours, they were evacuating people because the Burj Khalifa became a target to watch it. And where was I? Nana, where were we? 40th floor. 39th floor. Yes, 39th floor. I'm sure that's where the missile could have entered. And I evacuated. And I went there. Now you are locked up in the island, you can't come. All the airspaces are closed. Every move I would do, God said no. I even saw that some of the move Pastor Martin has penetrated. I didn't tell him anything. One man called me from a government and he said, I'm talking to your son. We are trying to get this thing to lift you up. The Lord said, no, don't sit in it. So Lord, do you want me to stay here and do church here or what? What are you talking about everything? My God. A man called me and said, listen, we have worked for a jet. It's going to cost this much, but I'll pay for it. Wow. To lift you up. Make a do, but don't sit in it. This is not a matter of you thinking it's a breakthrough. You must speak the voice of God. He said, in the next 24 hours, I'll get you out of this place. Amen. Reverend, she call me almost every day. She's more worried than me. He said, when I'm talking to you, I'm laughing. But what do I do? First arrangement, they say government are evacuating their people. So we want to add you. When I got there first day, they say you don't have a resident permit in that country, so we can't lift you. So we were in the airport, you have to go back. So the next day, they have to work something like that for me. 24 hours. It came at midnight. Midnight. This is the first time I saw you move a plane and there are 2 fighter jets to guide the plane until you cross a certain airspace before they return. Now listen, if I sit in the other opportunities, I don't want to happen. This is not a generation that because you see the door is open and you just enter. Listen to me. Do you know how to reinforce my spirit? Something you see like a breakthrough, it may be a trap. Because the Gibeonites can disguise themselves. The problem of the Gibeonites is that Joshua did not ask God. I have a message in my spirit for you. Don't mix these 10 days for anything. Yes, Pack your things and come and stay here. The encounter you have here, it will remove every stress out of your life. Give the Lord a shout of praise. Yeah. You are just one step to a place of a breakthrough of no return. No one will take glory for what God is about to do. I have some covenant that I'm working with. It's a very dangerous covenant. One of them is, if God can't do it, let no man try. Oh. We came to a country, and in the night, Nana, did your phone blow when the siren alarm went on? You are in the place, walking out of the airport, and you see the message, lie down somewhere. I say, "Man, that baby." Because on the ground, the message can touch you. You have to walk in the footsteps of the Lord. Oh, Jesus. Listen to me.
Welcome back. I guess you learned a lot from this video. He spoke about two voices, the voice of God and another voice that spoke to him whilst he was in Dubai. Not that that voice was a bad voice. The other voice was a voice of what? Help. But in that instant, he didn't need that help. God told him not to listen to that voice, because if he had listened, we wouldn't hear of Prophet Sarkodie again. He would have been dead by now. But God preserved his life. He was able to identify God's voice in that situation. Who do you listen to? Which voice do you listen to? Do you listen to the voice of God or the voice of others? Are you going to listen to the voice that will give you eternal life, or voice that will send you to eternal damnation? Think about this. We need to get closer to God. We need to get connected to God to hear his voice. Supposedly, Prophet Sarkodie was not close to God. How would he listen to, or how would he hear the voice of the Lord? Have you thought about that? Because he desired to know God more, because he wants to get closer to God more, which he has been doing for years. So he can identify God's voice from the other voices. He said in the video that the voice came as a good voice. The voice brought help to him. The voice was willing to pay for his flight, was willing to pay extra money for him to evacuate him from where he was to a better place. In man's own eyes, this voice is a very good voice. But the Lord told him not to listen to that voice. If he had listened to that voice, eternal damnation, he would have been wiped out of this earth. By now, he will be sleeping in his grave. But God preserved his life. Remember, let's seek God. Let's listen to his word, and we will have eternal life. Subscribe to this channel, share and comment, and we'll see you in the other video. God bless you.